paradise.
Okay, so we are here and set up. Now, the site we got, I'll start looking up by looking up here. John's just heading to the vehicle. As you can see, is a walk-in site. So it's not something you can take a trailer in. You do have to park and carry your gear in, but it's a very short little walk. We're on site 175. We've got our Kuma here. It is a smaller site. You can see how close the tent is to the pens, but it works. And we have set up in here. Miss Theia is over here in her pen. She's in her bed now. She just had a special can of food, so she's cleaning up post-meal. We haven't put the tarp up yet, but the tarp will go up tomorrow probably. And of course, this one can always be found by the fire because she absolutely loves the warmth. Gave the dogs a chew just to entertain them. But the real beauty of this site is just the view. So this is in the Ridgeline campground, or Ridgeview campground, sorry. And you can see why. It does drop off pretty steep. You wouldn't want to, I'll go over here and show you right there. You wouldn't want to take a misstep. You'd be down pretty quickly. But to sit back, enjoy your fire, and have that lake in the background, I could get used to this site. What do you think, Willow? You're a good girl. Came to visit while we were swimming. It's a little blurry because it's zoomed in. Obviously don't want to get too close. But like, this is the non-zoomed in one. Oop, and under he goes. That's how close he was. It's just so cool. It's Sunday. It is boiling hot, but this little guy here is totally okay with our plans because we are spending it down in the water. What's this? What's this? Good boy, Goose. Whoop! You missed it, buddy. It's behind you. Behind you. Goose. You can do it. Oh, there you go. Good boy. Bring them up. You want this? You want this? strange feeling you guys are not getting any of Daddy's burger. I'm just saying. As they both look away innocently. Oh, puppers. I mean, what's a camping trip without a little rain, right? Don't worry, she's not in there. She's right here, enjoying the storm with us.
Stake if you got him.
Well, the storm passed, and it certainly cooled things off. Hey, little man? He finished his chew. She's still working on hers. You can see we've got some stuff kind of laid out to dry out, like Theia's blanket got a little wet. You see Theia in the background. We got a fire going, and we're chilling out here and enjoying the much cooler but really nice temperature. There's something about that cool right after a heat wave that is just so beautiful. They are watching Daddy pretty closely as he's turning those steaks. Especially with the little head tilt you got in the little man down here.
Don't worry, it's for me, Willow, and you.
Yeah, okay. So we're getting ready to go in the canoe, and Lucifer here and I wanted to take a moment. He wants to get the mosquitoes, but to talk about his life jacket. So this is the Ruffwear Confluence life jacket. It's their newer one. It is form-fitting, more like a harness. You can see there with the 3 points of attachment on the side. He has it in the bright orange, the blaze orange, which also has red accents on it. And they sent that to us to try out. We've had some problems with Lucifer. He has a very blocky chest area. And with some life jackets, we've found that chest area actually pushes up, like any that have that little flap under the chin that's supposed to support their head, actually pushes up into his face. So the life jacket that we use for Willow and that we used for our older dogs, which is the Outward Hound, Granby Splash, I believe it's called, doesn't really work for him. It just doesn't sit well with his structure. And so we were looking for something that would work better for his little blocky frame. And that's when we connected with Ruffwear. So they sent us this Confluence life jacket to try out. We have tried it on multiple times at home to get him used to it. And you can see he's comfortable laying in it. He's comfortable sitting in it. He's comfortable eating grass in it. Don't eat too much, buddy. You'll make yourself sick. But he is 110% more comfortable in this jacket than he is any life jacket we've tried before. And we are so excited to get out in the canoe today and really give it an honest shot. So shout out to Ruffwear. Thank you so much for hooking us up. And let's go canoeing. You ready, buddy? You go canoeing? Come on. Now here's something most people have never seen. A cat. Theia is enjoying, she's very curious. I just have to make sure she doesn't jump in. I don't think she will. She doesn't swim, really. But she's curious about water. So, I don't know, we'll see. But we are out. We've got the pups too. Little man Lucifer's right here with me. And then behind us, John and Miss Willow. So I tried to turn around. And we are checking out the water out here by canoe on Sharbot Lake. And it is absolutely stunning out here. I just wish us luck that this one doesn't decide to go for a swim. Let's get going. Our few sights is beautiful is that of a loon and its baby out in the water. This is zoomed in, so it's not the best quality. I don't want to get too close to them, but look at that, eh?
is another one feeding down in the water right now.
Yeah, the other loon's feeding down in the water, so it's the whole family's out here in the water. All right, it's a little bit windy. I think there's a storm coming in soon, but we're going to take advantage of this moment to check out the dog beach here at Sharbot Lake. Hot dogs on the fire. Honestly, I know it's not the fanciest meal in the world, but when you're cooking on a fire and you get to enjoy the sight of the fire and you get to enjoy that, I would say that's probably fancier than any 5-star restaurant. Just saying. Well, it's pack-up day. We've already got the Kuma down. So we've got a bunch of stuff to organize over there. Puppies are hanging out, excited because they know something's going on. Theia knows something's going on too. She's curious about what's happening. This isn't the end of our trip though, even though we are leaving behind these gorgeous views and the cries of loons every night. We're also leaving behind quite a few bugs and a couple heavy downpours. So, you know, pros and cons of every location. But we are moving from Sharbot Lake to our next destination for this trip, which is, do you want to tell them, Theia? Balsam Lake. Hey, girl? Yeah. She's upset she's stuck in there right now because she wants to come out and go for a walk. But we are trying to get everything packed up. Well, John's making coffee right now because morning coffee is important even on pack-up day. And once we get everything packed up, we're going to be on the road for the next stage of our adventure. But first, we still got a ways to go. Let's get packing. All right, we are heading on the Discovery Trail. Lucifer here is more than ready. We've got John and Willow, Willer. And in just a second, I'm going to show you where the third one is. For now, Miss Theia's back here. But we're going to let her out and let her hike later. I just don't like putting her out right at the beginning until we get a lay of kind of what the trail's like. But she's going to get out and hike with the pups for a good part of it at least too. So let's get going. She's quite happy just to walk along and hike with these two as part of the pack.
Just a little reminder, please pick up after your own pet. The two green ones right by the trailhead. Be responsible, people.
Okay, so Sharbot Lake. Let's talk about our trip there. Now, we did go there in July. It has been a little bit, obviously. We're in hoodies. It's cooler. But we do very clearly remember that trip and can't wait to talk about our pros and cons.
Yeah, it was our July vacation week, so we split it between Sharbot and Balsam Lake. So
stay tuned for Balsam Lake.
Stay tuned for Balsam Lake. All right, so to get there, basically, Sharbot Lake is an hour and a half away from Ottawa and an hour north of Kingston.
It's not too far from its kind of sister site, which is Silver Lake. So a lot of people will go to one or the other, and they'll stay at one, maybe visit the other, check out the other. We stayed just at the one because the weather wasn't so hot for a lot of exploring, and we took advantage of the nicer days when we could. But that is also an opportunity. Now, for camping, they have about 150 campsites. Mm-hmm. There are electrical, there are non-electrical, there are water view, there are water access. A lot of them are not the most private, so make sure you go through, you look at your pictures, and you see what your options are. Even ours, I know we had a very clear view of our one neighbor. So
yeah, we're basically right over top of them.
Well, no, they were over top of us, looking down on us.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
just, keep that in mind. If you have a reactive dog, like we had to set up very strategically to make sure that Lucifer was going to be okay. But there are 4 separate campgrounds to look at. There's the beachfront, Maple Grove, The Point, and Ridgeview. We were in Ridgeview, and I will say the view part, very clear how it got that name. Like, we had a really gorgeous view, and we could walk down to the water, but it was a bit of a rough path, as you guys saw in the video. But we were able to go down and let Lucifer swim, so that is an option depending on what campsite you get.
So firewood, our favorite one of our favorite topics. Actually, the firewood this past season has been pretty good, but we did not take advantage of the Sharbot Lake Provincial Park firewood this time around. So we did buy locally. So when we're heading into town from Sharbot from the park, we did find a little place. It didn't have a name on it, but they had like a bunch of shelters out with a lot of wood, different types of wood actually. They had you had your kindling, they had softwood, hardwood, and various different sizes for various prices, right? So, but yeah, that wood was like, we went there Sunday afternoon and it lasted us the whole entire week that we were there. So it burned good. It was started up good, lasted long, nice good heat from it, even through the heat wave. But yeah,
the heat wave, we may not have needed the fire as much, but with the rain and the colder evenings that brought, it was really nice to be able to have that.
100%. 100%.
Paddling, boating. As you saw in the video, we got out and rented a canoe, which was really nice. We took both the pups and we took little Theia. We discovered that Theia is a canoe cat.
Yes.
She was so happy, just chilling out. We did have an incident where she jumped into the lake. I didn't get a video of that, unfortunately, because I was too focused on catching her. Because she jumped into... Oh, we're playing behind us. She jumped in to want to chase a loon. So I had to pluck her out of the water before she could get too close to said loon.
Yeah.
But she really enjoyed herself. The paddling there is really nice. There's 2 lakes to choose from. So the park is on 2 lakes. It's on Black Lake and Silent Lake. We were paddling, Black Lake and Sharbot Lake. We were paddling on Sharbot Lake, but there is a short portage so that you can move between the 2 lakes if you want to get out and explore even more. So there was a ton of opportunities we didn't even get a chance to look at. As you saw, obviously, they do have rentals because we rented. And the rentals come with your life jackets, your bailing bucket, all of that safety stuff. The only thing it doesn't come with is your pet's life jackets. So make sure you bring a pet life jacket with you. Obviously, we did. You saw in the video. We talked about the new life jacket that Lucifer tried, which is from Ruffwear. Shout out to Ruffwear for sending that to us to check out. But whatever life jacket it is you choose, all 3 of our pets had 3 different life jackets on, but just make sure they have something on, because it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Which, going from one water thing to another water thing, fishing is pretty big up there. The type of fish that you will get up at Sharbot Lake is walleye, bass, northern pike, and perch, and of course some sunfish. But yeah, when we were there, we seen a few people trying to fish, and I guess there's a reason why it's called fishing and not catching. So,
and it's the perk of being on those lakes. Once again, they're 2 very calm lakes, so it's kind of perfect to get out there and just hang around and fish and see what you can catch and have that kind of relaxing day, whether it's on the water or fishing from the shore. Okay, so, and another waterfront activity, which is little man here's favorite, is swimming. And there are a lot of opportunities. Once again, 2 lakes worth of opportunities. So they do have 2 beaches for humans, very sandy, nice beaches. One of them is also the canoe launch, so we had a chance to actually see it and see the quality of the beach. Very nice sandy spot, great for the family. But they also have a dedicated dog beach, which was super sandy and nice too. It's not overly huge, but it didn't need to be huge because there weren't a lot of dogs there. It's not overly popular either. So Like when we were there, obviously we lucked out because it was like literally had just rained, so there was nobody there. But we drove past a couple times just to see if it became like super busy, and it never once did get busy. So if you're looking for somewhere that you can visit the dog beach with a dog who maybe isn't as good with the like super popular beaches like Port Burwell, which we already covered, I'll put that up here. But if you want to check out a beach that, you know, maybe you can have the beach to yourself and you have that little bit more space for a dog that's not as social, this is a great option.
Mm-hmm. And hiking. One of Luce's favorite...
His other favorite activity.
He has lots of favorite activities. Willow, not so much. Actually, she does like hiking, so...
Yeah, and we discovered that Theia really likes hiking this year.
Yeah, you'll see in the footage there that the three of them, like side by side, was just really great to see. She is basically a dog.
Yeah, she's one of the dogs when we're on the trail.
But yeah, so hiking. Sharbot has two trails, the Discovery Trail and the Ridgeview Trail. The Discovery Trail is a 1.2 kilometer loop. It's a moderate trail.
That's the one we did. So when you saw the video and you saw where we were hiking, that was on the Discovery Trail. We did do it right after a big rain, so there were a lot of bugs and the rocks were quite slippery. So if you're heading out,
a heads up on that for those.
Yeah, if you're heading out and you know the weather might be a little wet leading up before your hike, make sure you have the footwear necessary for some slippery rocks and be careful with your footing. And make sure you put on some bug spray or whatever your deterrent is to keep those bugs at bay, because they did get pretty bad in some spots.
Yeah. Actually, one thing we'd like to try next year is those dragonfly things that hang over your dogs. Let us know what you guys think about those.
Yeah, we've had a few people recommend those, so we're going to give those a test next year as one of our gear tests. But the trail itself was really, really pretty. There was some really good viewpoints. And the pups and Theia enjoyed the trail. So like highly recommend. It was a great way to spend our afternoon. We did it just, as we were getting ready to leave, so that wore out the pups before we took the trip to the next campground.
Yeah. I guess we could just call them the Three Musketeers now, right? Pretty much.
That's true. And then the Ridgeview Trail, it was just a straight shot. Like it's just a 0.5 kilometer straight shot. So you either need to arrange to have somebody pick you up at the other end or do a full 1 kilometer of there and back. We didn't hike that one. The weather wasn't exactly hiking weather for most of our trip, as you guys saw. We literally had to ride out a major storm in the vehicle. Our campsite got a little washed out. Like we got hit pretty hard with some weather. So our hiking plans got
washed
with the rain.
Yeah.
But we've heard it's a nice trail. We'll definitely check it out the next time we go there. Because spoiler, we do intend on going back. Especially with those views. The views were really, really pretty. But I guess that brings us to our final rating and final thoughts. Because of the lack of privacy in most of the campsites there, I can't give it like super, super high. But the fact that you can do so many things, like there's the canoeing, there's the dog beach, there's the trails, and the fact that those options are there for dogs who maybe don't want super social. So the fact that we could go to the beach and have the beach to ourselves, I think I'm going to give it a 4 paw.
I will give it a 4 paw too. So there, Sharbot Lake.
4 paws.
4 paws. And saying that, stay.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We have more trips coming. As we said, this July trip was a 2-part trip, so Balsam Lake will be next. Additionally, we have a new hip camp we're looking forward to sharing with you guys, and we went to the ever so popular Kill Bear, so that one is also coming up soon. So hit subscribe so you don't miss out on anything, and if you hit the little alert, you'll get a notification to let you know when we post. And let us know in the comments, as we said, what your thoughts are as far as bug protection, because that's something that we really want to dig into next season, and specifically, obviously, pet-friendly bug protection. So share your favorite tips and tricks in the comments.
So next time.